of Fox Business.
We have breaking news out of Washington. Documents have surfaced that suggest that ex-Fannie Mae CEO Franklin Raines received a special VIP loan from Countrywide.
And Congressman Burton asked Raines about it back in December. Take a listen to what Raines said.
If we checked on that loan that you got from Countrywide, we wouldn't find anything different than any other person who borrowed from Countrywide in the whole country. I mean, you'd get the same. You would not get preferential treatment.
I am unaware of any preferential treatment given to me by Countrywide.
So if there are indeed documents that contradict what he said, does that amount to perjury? Let us welcome Representative Burton, who is making his first TV interview on this particular story. And we're so happy, Congressman, that you've done it here on Fox Business. Thank you so much for being here. Appreciate it.
Well, thank you. I'm a great admirer of yours, so I'm glad to be here.
Well, thank you very much. The feeling is mutual. Let me ask about this case, though, because do specifically the documents that you have now obtained add up to a perjury charge against Franklin Raines?
Well, Darrell Issa, who's the ranking Republican on the committee, he has checked into this very thoroughly, and it appears as though Mr. Raines did mislead the committee. And when you go before a congressional committee, you take an oath. You swear to tell the truth. And if he did not tell the truth, and it's proven that he didn't, then he probably will be guilty of perjury. Now, whether or not he'll be prosecuted, I don't know. But I think it's a very serious charge.
Well, the next step is what, having him, I know that Congressman Issa, didn't he contact his attorney and say, we're giving you the opportunity to amend his testimony?
Yes, I think what Darrell was doing was trying to make sure that we got all the facts straight. And if Mr. Raines continued to try to lead us down a path that's not correct, then I think we need to pursue legal avenues. I don't think anybody should come before a congressional committee, especially on an issue as important as the ones we're talking about, and in light of the Congress.
All right. Well, Congressman, for our viewers who don't know the details, let me just summarize the documents that you have. There's a June 9th, 2003 internal Countrywide email directing Per Angelo, and one must assume Per Angelo Mazzillo, then head of Countrywide, that Franklin Raines receive a 1% reduction in his loan rate and that all, quote, junk fees associated with the loan be waived. So it seems pretty specific that he got a handout from Countrywide. The only question is whether he knew about it.
Well, it appears as though he did, and he didn't tell the committee the truth. But most people would say 1% reduction is not that much. But when you're talking about $1 million loan mortgage and all those junk fees, it amounts to quite a bit of money. And he, was the head of Fannie Mae, and had an awful lot to do with companies like Countrywide. And so I think it's very important that we get all the facts straight in this case as quickly as possible.
Well, there have been reports that Franklin Raines was not the only one to get preferential treatment from Countrywide back in the day. Again, peddling influence is a phrase that I've read in print about what Countrywide was doing. Congressman, how widespread was this, and why didn't anybody catch it back in '03 when it was going on?
I really wish I knew, but the fact of the matter is we're checking into other people who we believe may have gotten preferential treatment from Angelo and Countrywide, and if that's the case, I think we ought to pursue that and to find out if there's any connection between what was going on as far as them getting preferential treatment and what was going on over at Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac.
Well, Congressman, top on my list of those people I'd be interested about is a senator who works with you up on Capitol Hill, Senator Chris Dodd, who apparently got some preferential treatment, adding up to about $75,000 if you put a monetary amount on it. And, in fact, he went on, after getting that preferential treatment, to write legislation that some would say benefited Countrywide. Are you going to be investigating Senator Dodd?
Well, that's, we're not in the majority. That's up to the chairman of the committee. But I can tell you right now that Mr. Issa, our ranking Republican, and I, and others on the committee, are very concerned about what's happened. We want to make sure that there weren't any preferential things done for Countrywide. And if there was considerations like that made, we want to find out why. And if they were giving favors, then I think that we need to pursue that legally.
Congressman, one real quick thing. Have you heard from Franklin Raines or his attorney on this matter at all?
Darrell Issa wrote to his attorney, and we have not yet heard back from him, but I hope we will before too long.
Well, Congressman Burton, we really appreciate you coming on Fox Business First to tell us about your activity here, and please come back and see us again.
I'll be glad to do it, and I hope you guys get nationwide. We need to see you everywhere.
Well, right to your congressman. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
I'll do it.
Thanks a million. We got some breaking news from Shabani Joshi. Shabani?
Couple of stocks I want to get you updated on. Adobe, we told you about preliminary